Hello and welcome to my explanation guide for the achievements and trophies in Rematch. Now Rematch is a bit peculiar, obviously it's an entirely online game, but it does have several offline elements in its achievements. Now the guide will basically go through explaining what the achievements are, how you get them, for things that are specific or require certain obtainment requirements during online play. I will show clips of how I did it and best practice. Now the footage in the background is actually the prologue. This should load up the first time you start the game, and once you complete it, it will get you the achievement It's Just a Game. Now it's just a few tutorials at the start, then a little bit of cutscenes explaining kind of what the vibe of the game is. Just go through it, follow the instructions, and once it completes you will unlock the achievements. Now with the achievements I will kind of do them in chronological order. Obviously depending on skill differences people will unlock them at slightly different rates, but roughly it's what you can expect. The harder, grindier achievements will be at the end of the video. They won't necessarily have specific videos explaining them, but I'll give a few tips and tricks. Now, after the prologue, you can kind of do what you want, but for the purposes of the video, I'll go into the offline options, the things you can immediately get in the menus. So here we are, once we finish the prologue here, and into the menus. So immediately, if you go to customization, you'll have a special skin. Equip that, it's Coach Gabby, he's a character from the prologue actually, but once you equip it you will get new look. That's achievement number 2 of 37. And if you immediately go to the left bumper for Xbox, L1 for PlayStation, you'll go to the Season Pass, and when you do that you will get the achievement Shopping. You'll see, sorry it's a bit odd there, it popped immediately because I had one of the upgrades, but it meant that I had a additional unlock which gave me the achievements there. Okay, on to the workshop now. So you'll see I just went from the menu there into the workshop. I'm starting the first one, this is Gates Track. Now you'll notice the list in the bottom left, that's all 7. You'll notice there's 7. The 3 achievements associated with it actually only require you to do 5. So they are Back on Track, that's just for doing 1 with a bronze level. Mr. Fundamentals, that's for getting 5 at a bronze, and then No Pain No Gain, which is 5 at gold. Now, the order is actually logical, so Gate Track, Protect Ball, Shooting Range, The Wall, Hoops, Whack-A-Mole, and Toro. I would say Gates is the easiest, Toro is the hardest, and it's kind of in that order. However, obviously, there's an element of preference, whichever way you want to do it. Give them a try. You only need to do 5 of the 7 at a gold ranking. I would say though, Toro just seems broken. I don't think it's been adequately tested. I did get it on gold, I will say that. However, the strategy I actually went for the gold itself was just to stand in front of one of the NPCs and coin flip over and over again that you actually got the interception. Not the best thing. Obviously, try what works for you. You'll see in the 2 clips I actually show here are from Gates and Hoops. Hoops here is the second one I'm trying. I'd actually done all the other ones up until this point, but this was my 5th. So you'll see here, there you go, Mr. Fundamentals unlocked. And then I'll just scroll through there, you can see them all, go back to Hoops, and this time I do actually get the gold on it, and it was my 5th gold in the end. But do what works for you. I think it's kind of handy to do this first, get the kind of angst out of the way, you get a decent feel for the controls. There's no real tricks to any of them, they're all really quite basic, it's just kind of learn what you have to do, practice them, repeat them, find what works for you. And like I said, it's only 5 of 7, it's really quite easy in that sense. So once you've got it, there you go, that's my 5th and gold, and they have No Pain No Gain. And now it's into the actual games, so obviously it's up to you what you prefer in terms of the number of players. I highly recommend 3v3 for achievement hunting. Fewer players means more opportunity for you to be involved in whatever the achievement you're aiming for is. This is going to be basically the same game that I show here. This was my first individual game, and I was very fortunate that I scored, got an assist, and got a save. So that's the goal there. You'll see the achievement pop for my first goal. And now getting all 3 of those in one game is an achievement in itself, thankfully. So I do list it at the end here, but obviously you might get that at a different time. But that's a goal, you know what it is, kick the ball in the net, sorted. And then here we go, this is my first assist, this is later in that same game. I end up hitting it off the rebound, and it's actually a unique achievement in itself. So you see there how I hit it off behind the net, That's actually the alley-oop achievement for getting an assist off the backboard. That is by far the best way to do it. Just take a shot high and allow a teammate to hit it. It is a bit buggy. It sometimes unlocks. I think there's an element of they kind of have to hit it first time, but it's not too much of a worry. And then here we go towards the end of that same game again. I'm in net this time, and I'll actually get my first save. And then I think I lose the ball and immediately have to make a second save again. But obviously you'll unlock this likely in your first game, but if not, don't worry about it. But then you'll see I'll also unlock, thankfully, in the game ending screen here. There it is. Some of the achievement plops are a bit slow, sadly, but the special one, that's for getting an MVP. I also got Versatile, which is just for getting, like I said, goal, assist, save, and Starting Block, which is just my first win. Okay, so now we have Eyes Closed. This is get an assist without looking. Yeah, that's it. I just passed it backwards. There's no real trick to it. Just make sure your camera's not looking at the player you're passing to and pass it to them. Hope they score. Might be a bit of trial and error. Obviously, pre-mades make it easier. And now Hats Off. So Hats Off is just a hat trick, 3 goals in 1 game. You can see we're towards the end of this game already. I think I actually already had 3 goals at this point, but we end up scoring the 4th. This game does thankfully have a mercy rule. If you are 4 goals ahead, oh no, sorry, that was my 3rd goal. If you are 4 goals ahead, the game will end. Now that's handy because you'll see after I unlock the Hats Off achievement, in this next clip very shortly after, you'll see I also unlock an achievement for winning a game without conceding. Now, you can in theory just play a full 6 minutes and play very defensively. I highly recommend winning by mercy rule. That eliminates the stress of making sure you have to defend, get 4 goals, uncontested, achievement unlocked. So now on to some more goalkeeper related ones. We have Post to Post and Make Them Shine. Make Them Shine, not necessarily a goalkeeper one, it's just for getting the assist that ties the game. That can be any scoreline. You'll see here we were 2-1 down, get the assist, I end up getting the achievement as the goalkeeper. Now as the goalkeeper, the Post to Post achievement is just that, get the assist as the keeper. Now unfortunately at the time of release and at the time of this video I will update it if it changes, but the achievement is unfortunately quite buggy. Some people are unlocking it, others aren't. The requirements do seem to just be get an assist as the keeper, but it's not quite unlocking for everyone. Now a really fun one here, this is Pinball. This is for getting a goal by scoring off the woodwork. Woodwork is any part of the posts, but you'll see here I do it off the inside of the post rather than the crossbar. That's the easiest way to do it. Take your time, line up a corner post, get it on the inside so it bounces inward. Take a bit of practice, trial and error, you'll get it. Now Acrobatics, I don't have a specific video for this unfortunately, as the first time I got the achievement in-game, my game actually crashed unfortunately, but you'll see here this is basically the best way to do it. The way I recommend it is use the backboard basically as a self setup. I'm in the practice tool here, but obviously in game it's a bit more stressful, a bit harder, but basically just use the backboard as a bouncing platform. Now a non-specific one here, the video in the background now just very general, this is just a bit of B-roll, but Guardian Angel, this is the achievement for getting a save in overtime as a goalkeeper. Now overtime only happens after 6 minutes if you're tied. Obviously if you're not too worried about winning or losing, you can just score an own goal if it's late on and you're ahead. Competitor. So competitor is just winning a ranked match. The only real restriction to ranked match is you have to be level 5 to unlock it, which is why it might be one of the later achievements you get. Which leads me on nicely to the next achievements, which are Pro and Expert. Now they are the achievements for reaching level 10 and level 30 respectively. It will take some time, unfortunately there is no real shortcuts to this. The amount of XP you are awarded at the end of the game is based on your score within the game, so just do the best you can and grind it out. Marathon Runner. So Marathon Runner is the earlier of the 2 achievements for distance travelled. It's 42,000 meters or 42.195 kilometers. You'll get this naturally, there's no way to speed it up, but if you really want to, a pre-made in 3v3s, you can kind of do laps and take it in turns to speed it up. Vista, Serial Scorer and Rampart are the 30 of the individual attainment achievements. So Vista is for the assists, Serial Scorer for 30 goals, Rampart 30 saves. Can't Lose and Power of Friendship. Now, unfortunately, at the time of recording again, Can't Lose is buggy. That's the achievement for winning 3 in a row. That does pop, doesn't pop, not too sure. And Power of Friendship might be one of the first you get, it's just for queuing with a friend. Winner. Now, winner is misleading. It's actually for winning 30 games in a single game mode. Now, game mode at the current time, or the time of release, is simply the type of game, so 3v3, 4v4, 5v5 ranked matches. So just make sure you're always playing the same one to get those 30 total wins. And now on to the 100. So these are the highest accumulative achievements of each individual achievement. So Golden Gloves for 100 saves, Golden Boot for 100 goals, and Maestro for 100 assists. Now Ultra Trail is 170 kilometers or 170,000 meters and will be one of the longer ones to get. Fashion Victim. Now this might seem odd, but this likely will be the one of the last achievements, if not possibly the last, bar the Platinum, and that's the achievement for getting 15 cosmetics. Cosmetics are obviously locked behind the Season Pass, and depending on if you have the upgraded version, it may take quite some time. Making history. So this is the Platinum essentially, and again, unfortunately, as I mentioned with the other buggy achievements at the time of recording, it's not really attainable. It seems like it is technically in there, but it's not correctly implemented, as say obviously the other achievements are required for it anyway. But obviously, if there's anything I've missed or anything you've got more questions on, please do let me know. I'll be adding timestamps to the comments. I'll also probably be playing a lot of Rematch, so if any really good ideas do come up or anything that makes the achievements easier in future, I will of course add that. But that's everything from me now. Thanks for your time. Bye.